We're actually
We can
moving
change back over
into
classic.
Mizu is going to play against HawaiianPig in the next series.
Oh,
I
right.
think this could be really interesting.
This, I mean, both of us had just come off of our lickings from Rec Roll. This was just after both of us had been cheesed and proxied, and we're battered individuals here. We're going into this match, so let's see how this
Alright.
goes.
I have faith in both of you.
Fantastic. So
I'm
let's
just gonna
see
laugh.
if,
That's all I'm gonna say.
if you guys can, bounce back. I mean, it's a skill to have, being able to bounce back in series like this. But if you guys want to introduce the players,
HawaiianPig is playing as the purple Protoss in the bottom left-hand side, and Mizu is the brown Terran on the top right. Mizu favors the gas before barracks, into lose barracks, into have a lot of gas when you leave the game, while HawaiianPig favors the buy a lot of zealots, but continue to mine. Continue to buy a cybernetics core long before you start mining gas when double gas stolen. So we'll have
quick
to see
note
how it pushes out there.
about what I just yelled there. That is actually, I mean, these games were played quite a while ago, and I was actually quoting Keat because she had said that in a game versus I think Mizu, and it was recent at the time.
It's
So
Kiet, isn't it? Not Keat.
I have no idea. I
Keat.
really-
That'd be
I
like.
say kite.
That's how I say it.
Wait, no, but kite is kite. K-E-I-T. Kite. Kite.
Keat, kite. I don't know.
I do
It's
Kiet because it's like Kiet. Kiet. I don't know.
et. Oh, because the et has the kind of French feminine sound to it. Maybe, perhaps.
I don't know.
Kiet.
Okay.
I
so
really don't
crap.
pronounce that. I go with Keat in my head. But
Keat sounds kind of dirty, really.
little, I guess.
I don't know.
Kinda.
It just in my brain anyway.
I think Mizu is very brave not to scout. He has his gas finished almost before his supply depot. Oh, sorry, started before his supply depot finishes,
It's going
which
gas
is
first,
interesting.
He does love this early gas. It's kind of weird, and when I say weird, I mean bad. But I mean, he doesn't know that. Your probe actually got lost on the way to the main.
Yeah. Yep.
Took a detour
My
via
probes
the
are,
natural.
they're a unique kind of individual.
They don't like
They
doing
like
what
to
they're
do their
told.
own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like to do what they're told. If they want to hang out, they're going to hang out. If they want to go on the path less traveled, they'll take it.
I noticed you 9 scattered here. That's obviously a byproduct of just getting
yes,
proxy gated.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not having any of that. Just wanted to make sure no fancy pants business is going down.
Luckily for you, Mizu probably doesn't know how to proxy.
So
Has
he gasses first and then has one SCV mining gas. I mean, is that even worth doing?
I?
It's the 9 pool way of getting gas. If you eat it, you can get the gas and then slowly accumulate.
You're a robot.
That was kind of robotic.
I'm so sorry.
You have been roboting a little bit this morning. It's weird. That's not weird,
It's
actually. It
only
happens
running
all the
for
time.
you, but it's not for everyone.
Whoa, that's deep. I think. Does that classify as deep?
It was
No.
as deep as a robot can be, which interesting.
People saying Sejolt's mic sucks again. No, it doesn't. It doesn't suck. His internet sucks, which is a different beast
Very,
entirely.
very different. Yeah, it's a big distinction.
You've actually gone Zealot first, sent the Zealot to his base, and then it's found an SCV, and it's like, fuck that,
Yep.
and
Just
chases
like my
halfway
probes,
across the
my
map.
zealots are also a little radical. They like to rebel.
Doing its own thing. Yep. So this Zealot, I think, if had walked straight to Mizu's base, probably could have done a lot of damage, because there's only like 2 Marines out, and it would be inside the base right now. But unfortunately,
Right. That's fun.
yeah, now there's three Marines and an SCV blocking on the ramp, so I don't think you'll be able to get him with this Zealot unless Mizu fucks up. I mean, I'm not going
Well,
to
that
discount
isn't
that.
out of the realm of possibility. I
Yeah.
mean, it is Mizu, right?
Yeah,
But then, I mean, it is me as well. So my zealot could just decide to, set up camp on the ramp and just chill out.
Alrighties. Yeah, they're just chilling. That's cool. I mean, there's like a vulture there, and Mizu's actually
Kind of a
doing a
peace fire.
vulture push, I guess, a marine vulture push, but it works. Kills a zealot. First blood to Mizu. Well, actually, no, he already
Is
killed
to
the probe.
expand? No,
Yep,
he just
let's just
stole his
start.
money. I think he is expanding. No? Yes, there's the command center just beside his main.
So, I
My
mean,
goodness,
Up there it
he's-
is, yeah.
got big plans.
He's playing relatively standardly here. When I say like, I mean getting the vulture first isn't a bad thing entirely. It gives you that chance to scout out. Unfortunately, if there is like a goon rush coming, it can leave you a little bit vulnerable because you end up with a later tank and later siege mode. And unfortunately, in this case, I think you might just be expanding instead of taking your advantage, but that's fine. And Mizu's actually going to scout this as well. Has like an SCV like blocking the Nexus at the natural, and it's going to walk into the main, see the two gateways. But with the Nexus up, I think your aggressive potential might be limited. It is Mizu though, so if you just attack the bunker, you should just kill it, right?
That's the idea. I
No,
mean, is there anyone?
Mizu-
Oh, there they go. They just got into the bunker,
Yeah.
and
I think
We'll
what
see
might
what
have
happens.
happened is that we might have actually teased Mizu enough about not moving his SCVs before that he'll pull SCVs for almost no reason at all.
That would just be like 5 SCVs with every bunker, just in case. Alrighties, and
so now we're gonna get a taste of my Gosu Goon Micro. Hopefully.
I see Cop requesting that a computer joins the admin channel, so that's kind of weird.
Interesting.
So you
Oh wow,
Sucking
you
a
got
lot
a
of
hit
shots
there
there.
basically.
Taking some more, giving some
Well,
free HP.
this tank.
I mean,
for free.
it's my namesake.
Oh shit!
Landing.
Oh,
Almost got that tank, yeah.
all right, and
Here's
so
some more HP. A
He
little
still
bit
hasn't
more.
started
There we
researching
go.
siege mode yet either. He has mines though. And out come the mines.
so he's managed to get mines everywhere that doesn't matter. Oh wait, that
There
mine.
you
Oh god.
There they go. Yeah.
My word.
So the micro was Gosu for a little bit, and then everything just went badly. But I mean, it was pretty close. But unfortunately, when goons get glitched, I mean, you just can't control them. It's just they just
They
do
just
their own
kinda-
thing. They like
It's a
walk
theme
around.
for my units. They like to do their own thing.
Yeah, it must be nice being like a HawaiianPig unit. Like when they like warp in and find out you're their boss, they're like, oh, sick.
Oh, we can just fuck off, do whatever the hell we want. Yeah.
That is an
Love it.
enormous probe transfer, I have to say. Your natural is in such great shape. Like, despite the fact that it was set up during all that.
That's the luxury of not transferring at a proper time. You get to just have an immediate base.
Yeah.
It's actually
brilliant.
intentional.
So Mizu actually is going up to 3 factories, and looks like he's going to do a little bit of vulture harass. Might try and see if he can sneak past. I think your wall looks pretty solid there. There are 5 goons out the front. Should be able to stop most vulture raids. Unless it's like a Jambi vulture, Oystein vulture raid, where he makes like 50 vultures and just like moves them places and kills stuff. It's really painful.
I feel like you have some first-hand experience with that. But, just putting that out there, assuming.
Oh man, coming up to expand, but the vultures find it, but manage to let the probe get the Nexus up. And you might
and
actually walk into a
To-
mine
to
here.
the trap.
Oh god. Kill it! Oh
Ooh,
Jesus.
Wow.
So you managed
Decided to
to,
pull-
yeah,
yeah.
you pulled the affected goon back and managed to splash literally every single goon, probably to the maximum potential. Like that's like a targeted Reaver shot in reverse. And anyway, more vultures just coming out, sort of like one at a time. It's like he has enough like APM to micro one vulture really, really well, and hasn't quite mastered like the art of making more than one vulture and doing stuff with it, which is probably good
In
for you.
fairness, he's spending his money quite well. Like, not phenomenally, but he's never going over kind of 300-ish by comparison. With
Yeah, a
no
little
offense,
bit of-
you're sitting at like 600 gas. Like,
Mizu's actually getting a starport now too, so probably going to get maybe some science vessels or even drops. And drops, I mean, can be a huge pain in the ass in this map, just with the cliff
as
and things like
Mizu
that.
well knows,
Well-
that back door.
You say he well knows, but maybe he just doesn't know. Like he,
That's very, very likely.
maybe he
Well, he
still
said
hasn't
two or
worked
three
out
people
that he
too.
got dropped. Like he's still just like, how did units get on my base? This doesn't make sense.
Well,
Does he
'cause
know
there's a
about
back
vulture
door
speed as an upgrade?
Maybe not, because he does have just slow vultures kind of cruising around. Maybe he just thinks that it's one of those unnecessary upgrades because if you have enough APM, you don't need fast vultures, right? Like, or maybe his eyes
The
are
APM
lagging.
compensates for the upgrades. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, if you can click really fast, they'll just move faster, right?
Exactly. That's how StarCraft works.
Yeah, I do
It's
it all
all
the
about
time.
moving fast.
Yeah, just like spam click to make your units move faster. Um, he has a fairly nice
And then
defensive
you
position
have
set up here
Observer.
too, and he's going for that third base at the mineral only. Interesting, you haven't chosen to take yours there. Instead, taking the gas, kind of a riskier move, but considering how defensive
little
Mizu
greedy,
looks,
yeah.
yeah. I understand. Being greedy is fantastic in this matchup because if you get away with it, it just feels fantastic because you have this like
Exactly.
more like shitloads of gateways. You just get all your tech up. You do it on
I will
like
say
no
that
units.
is my favorite way to play PvT.
Yeah.
Even though I mean I may not be that great, but whenever I do get the chance, I like to play PvT that way. Just it's so fun to just have a million units and go through about 600 supply in about 5 minutes.
So yeah, Mizu going up to 4 factories now. Still only the 1 add-on. I think that's a mistake. You really like if you're gonna go up to like a 3 base kind of economy sort of thing. You really should be just like building up your tank count to try and get a push together. But looks like he's just instead content to harass with his slow vultures, going past the new Gettysburg spaceport signs.
Oh, I didn't actually notice what it says on there. I didn't know it says
Yeah.
New Gettysburg.
I can't read the
That's,
line at the bottom though.
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
something.
authorized personnel only. I think so. No,
Oh.
airport or something. I really.
Military.
Military.
I feel like it
yeah.
says only. Oh, military personnel only. There we
Yeah,
are.
that makes sense.
All right. Some
So-
Blue War trivia for you.
Minefield. If only you didn't have that double observer with your goons.
Those 2 observers there just chilling out again, doing their own thing.
Having ob speed, very smart. Best upgrade in the game.
Yes, ob speed is
Good thing to have.
wonderful.
People just don't realize how good it is because
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
completely important. I die so much to mines and like invisible things more than enough that I always get off speed.
yeah, it's just like people will say, "Oh, just micro better," blah blah blah, but they're fucking
No
retarded
thanks.
because
Yeah.
honestly, just fucking get it
Have more
because
APM.
then you can attack move and most of the time your goons will be able to see
1A,
mines.
2A, 3A with an obs in there, and you don't have to look.
Yeah,
It's done.
there's no like separate control groups, nothing of that bullshit.
Oh, Mizu is rushing in from behind with more vultures. He's losing all of
Rope
them.
points out that I do love invisible things such as lurkers. I am a fan of lurkers. Trust me. Ugh. Do not like lurkers.
Is that
I'm
is
kind
that
of
you
surprised
hating
that
on
he's
Reckle
still-
right now or what? I'm confused.
Pardon me?
Are you like hating on Reckle right now?
No, not
Is-
wreck roll. No, I just hate lurkers. Like it's not. There's no second dimension to that. I just really hate lurkers. I die to them all the time. If you're a Zerg and you play me, make a lurker, and I will just instantly just GG. I'll die.
Alright, so
Oh, I'm
Hawaiian
just
Pig
trying to
offering to
expand
throw
again.
games. Offering to throw games on stream. Probably not the best arena for that, considering controversy in the past, but hey.
Well, I've shown you my Achilles heel.
I mean, I guess when people are betting on Hawaiian Pig games, be careful.
If
Bet.
you see a lurker,
Oh,
Bet.
Mizu is
Oh,
researching
against
vulture
him.
speed now. So soon he'll be able to actually scoot around the map
Alright.
reasonably well. Like, the problem is his tactic seems to be mass mines against mass goons. Observe
you can see that both of our macros are just well under
sadly is
control
not
now.
Yeah.
his best decision.
I see you didn't take your mineral only. Was that on purpose, or was that you just forgot about it?
Very much so. I like gas.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, and so this fourth base, top left, will be coming up soon. Interesting place to take it as well, because it's kind of, I guess, a little bit close to the Terran. I don't know, it's one of those like weird ones where I guess the Terran is probably going to take a fourth down at the 3 o'clock position, so I guess it would make
Yeah,
more
since I
sense to
took-
expand top left so that it's away from that.
Exactly. Since I took 9, I figured he would expand down the right-hand side, so I would just take the top left.
Yeah.
I
And
think Mizu doesn't like bases.
yeah, he doesn't like probes either, because these vultures could have a field day right now. This massive
they
probe
are
transfer.
just-
Oh, they're on
Oh
the way.
shit!
Exodus.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, he's just
He had to move them forward and back to up his APM a little bit. I see you're sending some goons down to scout instead of just an observer. Was that on purpose?
Yep. Well, I figured, I mean, if there's a base there, I may as well throw the units right away, rather than throw an observer, then wait till my APM comes around and I notice there's something there, and then throw units down
what
there.
just happened?
What?
Did
Indeed
someone
just
find a way to drop me from a Skype call?
No, you're here.
happened. You're here, yeah.
Oh, it just rang again as though I had been
You've been
called
like
all over again.
you've been
Very
roboting a
good.
lot, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I've often aspired to being a robot.
What sort of
It would
robot?
be a Terminator robot, or like a helper, happy robot, or an iRobot.
The
On the subject
iRobot.
of-
Speaking of terrible movies, God.
I know, right?
Well, I'm thinking like the way RoboCop, just like Batman, only has the lower half of his face exposed.
I'm fighting robot. Very nice. Excellent choice.
Mm.
Alright,
Would
so,
you fight crime with that though, or would you just be like be?
so wait, Mizu...
If I was a RoboCop style robot with an organic mouth, I would just eat ice cream all day. It would be
Guys,
fantastic.
Mizu built a command center at like 12 o'clock, and now he's floating it to 3.
Well,
What?
he also built one that is mineral only, and now he's floating it to the island.
Yeah, so that's at 12 o'clock.
So I mean, those two could have floated in the opposite ways and been
Yeah.
much more efficient. But
This is
He's
really...
also moving up with his Tank Vulture 2 Goliath squad, which is kind of interesting.
Somehow only has like 10 tanks, despite it being 15 minutes into the game. Weird, a little bit weird, but there are a lot of vultures, which can take out lots of goons just by accident, so... I see you don't have the Arbiter Energy upgrade, was that on purpose?
oh yeah, I know. I had that big conversation with
Yeah,
Cyril.
you were a big supporter. Unfortunately
I was
now,
a big
you're
supporter.
being burnt for it, because you don't have energy to put stasis right now.
Exactly. See, this
At the
this
same
was
time, can I
this was
point
my
out
attempt
that-
to prove to Sale clearly that you do need Arbiter energy, right?
Mizu
So then I would go a
does
game
not
with.
have a single comsat and doesn't
Oh
have
my
a single
God.
science vessel.
So my zealots
So-
just have free reign. Oh yeah.
Yep.
He has a science vessel
He's still
somewhere.
got one.
Okay, he's got one coming over, but it's a little bit too late, because you've actually just killed
Oh, okay.
like the whole army with basically no units.
I like it was completely
Oh,
free
goody.
because like I had
Indeed.
like maybe 6 goons, and they just took out that whole army.
Alright, well that was, I mean, that was nice of him, because I guess when you have a small army and you had half your army over on the right hand side,
Yeah, I
when
didn't
they
engage with the
push,
full unit.
yeah, so basically this is why you make arbiters, so that when you play Mizu and he
just
forgets
say-
to get scanned, he can just die.
Mizu has a command center floating above the 12 o'clock. Don't know.
It's
Oh,
hanging
there
there.
it's
I don't
me
think he
again.
knows that you have to mine that out. Does
Yeah,
know
he
that?
doesn't know that.
Probably thinks that's the back door.
And now
Just
he's
hope-
going on this at the 3 o'clock at exactly the same time.
Mizu probably thinks that destructible rocks on island expansions was an SC2 idea. Hilariously, when SC2 came out, it didn't have that, and they had to like add that into islands to actually make them balance. Wait, they didn't even do that, did they? I'm pretty
Did
sure you
they-
could like float a CC on Lost Temple. On
Just
SC2,
right away at the
right?
beginning? I
Oh.
think so. I think I remember
Yeah.
a few games on like the early SC2 Lost Temple where you could
Yeah,
just
and
float away.
and Scrap Station, where you literally could
he's-
fast expand
Oh,
to the
yes.
island on Scrap Station as Terran.
Hilarious.
Mizu has opted
What a
not
great game.
to drop either of his command centers, so he's just kind of going for the blimp Terran
The
approach,
floating CC
where you
build.
Wait,
expand all
There's
places
there's
without
another
finding a
command
mining.
center. Oh my god.
Oh, there's another one, yeah. There's a third one just
Yeah.
hanging out.
So basically, Mizu instead is
just-
actually playing like Civ 5 right now, and he's colonizing. He's sending out
Yeah, I kinda
colonies
like
to
that.
like negotiate peace with the locals.
I really like the look of the floating
Mizu
command
hasn't
center
scouted that top left base
over
yet.
units. Like a fleet of floating
So-
command centers.
Yeah.
He's going to try to into the base you already have now, having not scouted it yet.
Oh, fantastic.
He's strangled for gas as well.
I go.
But,
I decide, well, what? Go for it. I'm not taking his offer of peace of those command centers. I
Here
think
comes the
I'm
push
just-
break. Managed to
Stasis.
get a great stasis, actually getting about half of the back tanks, but
Effective EMP though.
you might just be able to
And-
take it out. I don't think you've got quite enough
No, he
zealots.
sieged an awful lot all at once there.
Yeah. It's gonna be close. I think, yeah, I think this might just hold from Mizu. The zealots have dried up, and there's a few tanks left, probably enough to take out the rest of the goons, but it's gonna be tight. You could
once the
potentially
stasis
just go
goes-
for this. And more zealots
Which I
coming
have
in.
decided-
Oh, good
Yep.
lord.
Is the route reinforced?
Fantastic. I think you're actually gonna break the bush
Excellent
here,
work.
but now you're just gonna...
Now, yeah, I'm kind of hanging out.
Oh god.
See, my
Oh,
goons
this
have
is the
decided,
best.
well, they've done enough work for the day. They're gonna just chill out and turn to goo.
So I see you decided not to get upgrades. Was that on purpose?
Of course, everything I do is on purpose.
Okay.
This was no upgrade, 200 build.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair enough. You actually have +1 coming, but there's 2 other forges next to it doing nothing. But that's fine.
Doing absolutely nothing. They're there for show. It's decoration.
Yeah. So, Mizu
like
actually,
mining.
yeah, his command center scout, they tried to negotiate peace with the locals. Unfortunately, the negotiators weren't successful, and they did
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
get destroyed. So I mean, Mizu not exactly the best negotiating commander.
Bit of a breakdown in communication there. I
Yeah.
think so.
I think
In
if,
his defense, he has finally taken the 3 o'clock, and it's fully mining because he has a million SCVs.
yeah.
See, Mizu offered to give me free units in that last exchange, and I had taken them, but I didn't give anything in return. So I
Wow.
think our negotiations kind of broke down at that point.
So wait,
Although I
Hawaiian
did give him
Pig,
some
basically you're like, okay, if you're negotiating with HP, make sure you get like contracts and shit so you can sue him
Yeah.
when he doesn't come through.
Agree ahead of time.
Yeah.
I think it's a
You
smart
can't
idea.
even sue him. He's a lawyer.
That's a good point.
That's right.
Hey, fucked. Alright, I see you taking another base here, going up to 5 bases. Mizu is on 4 bases though, so it's not like... He's not awfully behind here, and it's quite easy for a Terran to come back in games like this. Looks like he gave up on... Wait, no, he's floating another command... What the fuck? So Mizu has
Well,
4...
He's really down on the peace game. I think so.
Mizu has 4
What I'm
floating command
curious about is
centers. What are they gonna do?
Why pick... Oh, you just got observed with the arbiter. Never mind.
What is this?
Here they
Why?
come.
Is he... What? Did he just, like, click it to the middle? I think it was going towards the middle. Was he just like, I'll just expand there? Alright.
I honestly have no idea, to be quite honest.
I am bewildered. Although he doesn't cannon boosters for against the arbiters, which is very good. He
I
doesn't
mean-
have enough energy for the MP, but you don't have enough energy to do anything either, so...
So, you went about 10 energy early there, so a little bit of a mistake.
Well, that was on account of the CC rush. I saw the CCs coming out, and I was like, well, it's now or never. So,
Alright, so Mizu's plan, I mean, worked. So, he's still
Yeah,
collecting, he's collecting minerals by osmosis by this command center floating over the island.
And he's also the command center floating down towards the, like, kind of 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
I'm not keeping track of any of
How
these.
many
They're all-
command centers has he built?
I have
Do we
no
have
idea.
count? There's one.
He's
two.
making mass starports now. Looks like he might be going battle cruisers. He
Are
doesn't
you
have a
suggesting he's going to transfer into battlecruisers?
he doesn't have a physics lab though, so I don't know how he's gonna make battle cruisers.
I think these are for vessels. I'm not sure.
What?
Like, I guess just to make a million vessels.
He
so
has
can EMP 'em.
5. He
I
has
have no idea.
330 gas and 5 starports, and
Maybe he might switch to BCs. We'll see. Oh, there goes.
So
yeah,
he's... Oh, he lifts the...
Alright.
Really fantastic.
so Mizu going for battle cruisers, obviously the best choice in PvT. Unlike the tanks, which have just been decimating HawaiianPig's army the whole game.
The problem is he's got like 400 gas. He's been spending his gas quite well the entire way through. I know he's minefielding everything, which is fantastic. But
Yeah, it's kind of strange to go for a BC switch and have no gas, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
he
he's
is
well
floating.
intentioned.
He's floating command center, so he'll obviously have some gas soon. But anyway, I mean, interestingly enough, with the
His-
battlecruiser switch isn't a bad one in PvT because, like, when you think about it, I mean, BCs rape carriers, right? And one of the most common late game transitions in PvT is carriers. So maybe he's assuming that you're about to go carriers, which is wrong. But I mean, he could just assume it.
he's just landed his commander at 5 o'clock, so I mean,
Oh,
you
here
know,
we go.
he's
Yeah,
doing
there's another
an
base up.
enormous pro transfer.
Yeah, and I
So
think
he's
you actually
beautiful,
have
thank
no
you.
idea that that's there. And unfortunately, you're about to walk into a minefield without observers. Seems like
This is why you need observer speed.
Oh
and
my god,
observers.
those mines! Oh Jesus!
Thankfully.
Oh god! Oh god!
Yo. There they
Jesus, that's ugly.
Oh my god!
go. Oh, all of that.
And now you're hemmed in.
I am, but you'll see my wily goons are more resilient than you'd think.
So it's like you
They-
gave up on observers. Like you had a lot of observers early on, and they all died to like turrets, and then you just were like,
Well-
"Fuck it, it's late game. I don't need observers." Right? Was
Yeah, who
that?
needs
No,
observers? I'll just
no,
look
the
units.
worst part is he's rebuilt the observers because earlier on when he was out with the arbiters, sometimes an observer skipped in just in time to catch the mine. And I was like, my god, I thought the
Oh,
switch.
by the
back
way,
was
I think
bullshit.
we missed a
Amazing.
recall up over the starport.
Oh shit! So basically, Mizu
Yeah,
was going
you're-
BCs, had no gas to do it, and now we'll lose the starports for free.
Every starport there is.
And all the
app.
SPGs that built them.
But we can when you're done with that, you can go back and take a look at my hero goons.
The two goons taking out all of the SCVs, the mining base, while Mizu's tanks stubbornly sit outside.
A boring
In
horror.
fairness, Mizu has moved one of the command centers he had at 12 o'clock. It's now drifting back down towards, I suppose, 7 o'clock as well.
Alright.
There is still one floating above the 12 o'clock, not doing anything, but I'm sure he's got big plans for it in the near future.
It's a scouting CC is what that is.
It is.
It's just checking out what's going on.
So at the moment, I'm just going to quickly update the people on the values of minerals and gas that the players have. HawaiianPig floating 10k minerals and 5k gas, while Mizu floats 7k minerals and 1.5k gas. So, I mean, it's a fairly close game.
High level play here. Absolutely high level
What
play.
recession?
And the goons, like, you see how this thing where you lose the majority of your army and then you're extremely cost efficient with the rest. The two goons, after taking out pretty much everything apart from the command center here, finally get cleaned up by the tanks, but Mizu's still dying to 4 goons in his main. And you've remaxed pretty much, oh well you haven't, but you will soon, so we'll just say it. You remaxed again in the middle. Moving probes up to the top left. The problem with this situation just generally right now is that you're getting into this situation where you end up with like
goons in Mizu's base
No,
killing
I
everything?
mean I'm talking for HawaiianPig here.
Oh, sorry.
For HP, is that you're going for like a vertical map split, but unfortunately like a map split against a Terran is ideal
Not a
for
very
Terran,
good,
because Terrans will eventually win that due to just the resources. And you're actually pretty kind of lowish on resources when you think about it. You mined out at the third, the main, almost mined out at the fourth. Your natural, surprisingly, is quite, you know, it's
So I mean,
getting
ideally I
close.
should be like moving bottom right, or somewhere just to expand, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe take the island or my mineral only, which I haven't touched. But
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of mineral only. I am categorically against them.
And here comes another recall into the, just with the goons just died, and Mizu's probably feeling like, yes! Unfortunately, another one is coming in. Gonna decide where to recall soon, I guess. And...
Just gonna take some damage first, I suppose.
Just kind of hanging around. They're like, oh, here's some free gateways.
Straight up to the factory. It's fantastic.
I mean, not gateways, factories, yeah.
So I think Mizu's kind of lost right now. He was like about to
Yeah,
push,
this is grim.
and now he's just walking home. And this is the power of Protoss, man. And attempted to go for a ramp block there, but kind of fucked it up
Yeah,
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit missed. Yeah.
But I mean, it's close enough, right?
It's enough to make the units kind of wig out, which is enough.
Yeah.
And I like that you have DTs mixed in there, because you know he's only got a couple of science vessels, like he has nothing else.
There are turrets though, so...
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
I like to mix
do
them
like
in
the
late
idea of
game
having
just
DTs.
for the hell of it. Because, I mean, I have the gas and, like, sometimes you get lucky, I guess, at this level. People
Yes,
just miss.
you most definitely have the gas.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, anything else that's happening at the moment.
I could just make pure DTs, and at this point, it might
Oh
be
my
prudent.
god! That's a ramp
Yeah,
block.
yep, that one.
Oh
actually.
shit! That's a
That is
huge
beat.
stasis. Mizu's army is getting caught between a rock and a hard place here, and oh Jesus. This is brutal. All the vultures are stuck in the main, unable to buffer for the tanks at the natural as they fall.
And there's
And
another
another
one.
stasis
Hell of it.
for a single tank and a vulture.
Fuck tanks, man. Fuck tanks.
I hate tanks, I really do, so I like to
Yeah,
just
man.
take them out of it.
There are 3 tanks, unfortunately, on the high ground, doing a lot of damage on these clumped goons.
Those arbiters are just having their way with them, though.
Yeah, man. Arbiters do sick DPS. Look at that. Against the
Sick.
3 armor. So
But you'll see, one of
10
them had a kill.
damage.
Oh, 2 kills. Look
2
at that.
kill Arbiter.
Oh,
Kill.
see, now that all the tanks are on stasis and he still has a vessel, I don't think he's going to lose this anymore. Like, he's got numbers.
He's still
He can't
got
shoot
a
up
lot
at
of
all.
minerals. He's floating 8.3k minerals, 2k gas. So it's actually more than before you started recalling him, somehow.
Well, what I really want to know is, can he actually shoot your arbiters with anything apart from turrets? Like, does he have a single unit
turret
that
took
shoots
out
up?
the 2 kill arbiter. But other than that, no.
So massing
he's
arbiters
still
would
mining
obviously
from
be
the
the
bottom
correct
right.
choice at this point.
Go to
Or
the Noni build.
scales?
Weirdly enough, you have like one Stargate rallied to the other Stargate, and then that Stargate rallied like out to your army. It's a weird situation.
Oh yeah.
It's actually, again, by design, right?
Right.
I like to hopscotch arbiters from Stargate to Stargate.
Anyway,
Gives them
Mizu's
the confidence
base
to
is
get
in
it done.
shambles.
Is that going to burn down? It might.
And the damage hasn't been kind to it either.
Yeah. Funnily enough, you killed the armory which was doing nothing, and the armory which was researching was fine. So now he's actually going to have 3-3 regardless, and you're still on... Okay, you're actually on 3-1-2 now, so it's fairly significant upgrades. Mizu's probably maybe a little bit ahead in upgrades, so I'd say. Not really a big deal though. The third definitely going to fall here. Mizu doesn't really have enough to move down and actually contest this army, I think.
What he does have is he has a minefield right on top of his tanks, which just seems praying for an enormous drag. And now he's going to move out and try and defend anyway.
Because unfortunately, I mean, HawaiianPig has you have, it's weird. Like how do we say you?
I know, right?
You thing.
Little bot.
It has, I don't know.
I'm it.
Four stasis right now. Stasises.
Stacies. Yeah, it sounds kind of.
That's 4 Stacies right now. So with good Stacies. Oh my god, it sounds.
Her mom's got it going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Stacy's
right.
mom has got it going. You realize, like, people who aren't children of like the late '90s won't actually understand that. But
I
that's
know.
cool.
You know, that's really sad. I hadn't thought of that.
Like, there's all these people who like
died, the zealots run into the minefield.
Like Mizu probably doesn't know that song. Like he'll be like watching this cast later
He'll
on.
watch the VOD and be like, yeah, what's this?
Oh my god, Sajol.
Oh.
Again.
No, I'm still here. I'm just very robot-y.
Ah, I see. Oh, actually, you're coming in clear. That's your 5x5. There
we go.
I have noticed in this frozen screen here that Mizu has rebuilt some of the starports. So he
oh lord.
he'd still be hoping to go for a BC switch. We can see my my resources in this frozen screen. It's just I like now that everything nothing else is moving.
I can hear you fine.
On it.
Yeah, it's going again. So yeah, he actually, the physics lab never died in your recall, so he actually managed to rebuild the science facility on top of it and use it. It's really sad that Arbiters lose to fucking turrets. Like think about it. Like, this is like the pinnacle of like Protoss technology, right? And they're like, well, we skimped a little bit on the cannon. It's actually worse than like a shitty turret that these like stupid humans can build for like nothing. Like, what is that? Like, what were they doing?
It's a bit unfortunate.
I mean, can I ask what Mizu's APM is in the interest of stamina?
243, so it's actually dropped quite significantly.
Oh god.
HawaiianPig down at 104.
With the resources, though, I mean the supplies, not much in Mizu's favor anymore.
So yeah, Mizu only going about 6 times his own supply. 5 times, sorry. 5.5? 6. 5? 6 times 48.
Numbers, at some kind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Don't hurt yourself.
5-ish. Yeah, we'll say 5.
You see, those zealots
3
were just kind
arbiters are taking down his whole base, so we were right. Mass arbiter is literally the winning tactic here. Oh no, he's attacking a turret with his arbiters.
Oh god.
Unwise.
Come on, Arbiter, you can do it.
Got some probes, just kind of mining in his...
Oh, amazing mind drags.
So yeah, 1 Arbiter died to a turret. Poor Arbiter.
And
Mizu,
yeah, were
fantasy
you just
G
distance
timing.
mining from Mizu's base?
There's actually a probe with 3 kills in the bottom right main.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
He just like rocked up and he's like, fuck you, SCVs.
That's right.
He's like, why is there an army here? I can deal with this shit. Attacking the command
He's
center.
an army. Right now he's really jealous of the other guys now. Like, what are you guys doing here? I had this.
And, whoa my god! Oh my
that's
god!
Mizu GG timing right there.
Oh my
Mizu
god.
doesn't GG until he's already left the game.
He didn't, oh my god.
This is a review of the Gem League. When he gets really frustrated, he doesn't even consider GGing. He just leaves immediately.
I will
Holy
say,
shit.
after this game, there was a bit of a wait before our next game.
Yeah, well, Mizu bought a new keyboard, no doubt.